My child, stop for a moment and let your heart become still. I am here speaking to you with a love that has no limit and with a purpose that reaches far beyond what you can see right now. I want you to pause the noise around you, to quiet the constant hum of distractions in your mind. Let your breathing slow, let your shoulders relax. Focus on me and the words I am about to speak. These words matter because they carry life. They carry hope. They carry a promise that can reshape everything you know about yourself and about your destiny. You are not here by accident. You are not reading these words by some random turn of events. I have led you here. I have drawn you into this moment, and I invite you to stay with me, with your heart open. If you allow these words to plant themselves deep in your spirit, they will grow into something that can transform how you see the world and how you see yourself. You have been searching, haven't you? Perhaps you have been asking questions that echo in your soul. Why am I here? What is my purpose? Why do I feel this inner pull that tells me there is more to life than what my eyes can see? My beloved, these questions are not a sign of your confusion. They are a sign that your heart longs for its true home, for the fullness I have prepared for you. This hunger, this yearning you feel inside, is my invitation to draw closer. I place desires in you that nothing on earth can fully satisfy, because your heart was made to be filled by me alone. You are chosen for a purpose far beyond ordinary tasks. You are called to a life that resonates with my divine plan, a plan crafted before you drew your first breath. I want you to understand that you were seen and loved even before time existed. You are not some afterthought, nor a random outcome of chance. I planned your life lovingly, weaving a tapestry of gifts, talents, personality traits, and passions that make you unique. There has never been, nor will there ever be, another person exactly like you. Can you grasp the magnitude of that? Let it sink in. Let it remind you that you are set apart, precious and designed with a beauty that reflects a piece of my own nature. Sometimes the world might tell you that you are ordinary. It might try to label you in ways that make you doubt your worth. But I speak a higher truth over you. You are chosen. I declared your worth long ago, and nothing can erase or diminish it. Know that there is a battle for your focus, your identity, and your purpose. This battle does not happen only in the external realm. It takes place in the quiet corners of your mind and the hidden chambers of your heart. The distractions of life can appear so appealing. They can seem innocent at first, just small diversions. But if you are not careful, those distractions will pull you away from your calling. They can dim the light I have placed inside you, making you forget how chosen you truly are. So I urge you to guard your focus, to be vigilant about where your attention goes. The voices around you might be loud, but my voice is a gentle whisper that speaks directly to your heart. Choose to stay with me. Choose to hear what I am saying, for every word carries the power to ignite that divine spark within you. Let me tell you plainly, you are chosen. Before I formed the earth, before I lit the stars in the night sky, I saw you. I knew your name. I knew your story. I knew every victory you would celebrate and every tear you would shed. And in knowing you fully, I still called you mine. This is not about proving yourself to me. This is not about earning favor or love. My love for you is steadfast. It does not rise and fall based on your performance. It simply is. Let that truth liberate you from feeling as though you must earn my approval. You are cherished because you exist. You are cherished because you carry my fingerprints on your soul. You are not a mistake. You are my masterpiece. What does it mean for you to be my masterpiece? It means I designed you with careful attention to every detail, your strengths, your personality, your interests. All these are deliberate brushstrokes on the canvas of your life. Even the parts of yourself you consider flaws or quirks can become part of a beautiful picture when placed in my hands. Just as an artist signs the corner of a painting, I have signed your life with my love. The world may try to make you doubt that. It may try to tell you that your worth is tied to your achievements, your possessions, or your status. But let my voice remind you that your worth is found in me. You are precious simply because you are mine. Being chosen comes with a calling. It means you are invited into something greater than yourself. Think of a torchbearer in a dark stadium. That single light, lifted high, has the power to illuminate the way and signal hope. You carry a torch, and the light you hold is my spirit. You are meant to be a beacon in this world, bringing warmth and clarity to those trapped in confusion. When you stand tall and allow your light to shine, you do more than just brighten your own path. You guide others toward me. Each time, you let my love move through you. Each time you forgive, each time you comfort, each time you hold on to faith in the face of despair, you become a lighthouse for souls adrift in darkness. Embrace this role. Let your light shine fearlessly. Do not hide it or apologize for it. It is my gift to you, and the world desperately needs it. Yes, the journey will have challenges. Being chosen does not mean that all obstacles will vanish. In fact, you might find that stepping into your purpose draws even more opposition. Yet, I want you to be confident in this. I am with you in every trial. The enemy of your soul wants to discourage you, to whisper lies that you cannot do what I have called you to do, that you are not strong enough or good enough. This enemy hopes to see you shrink back, to abandon your post as my light bearer. But I have equipped you. I have placed gifts within you that can shine the brightest in the face of adversity. When difficulties come, do not see them as proof that you were never chosen. Instead, see them as opportunities to prove my strength in your life. Lean on me. Let me be your solid foundation, your anchor in the storm. Remember that even my beloved Son faced trials of every kind. But victory is assured in me. My beloved child, I have not left you defenseless. I have given you my word and my spirit as a shield and sword. Cling to them when the winds are howling around you. You might question your adequacy. You might wonder, am I truly up to the task? Can I really fulfill such a high calling? Let me gently assure you, yes, you can, for I am the one who empowers you. And it is precisely in your weaknesses that my strength is magnified. When you feel fragile, remember that my grace is sufficient for you. You do not need to have it all figured out. You only need to hold on to me, trusting that I never fail. You are never alone. Let this promise bring you the deepest comfort. I am always by your side, guiding your steps, carrying you when you stumble, and celebrating your victories. I take delight in walking with you, teaching you to see yourself as I see you. The beauty is that I do not require perfection. I simply want your heart. You might feel as though your gifts are hidden or that your voice is too small to matter. Perhaps you have a heart that empathizes deeply with others, or maybe you are creative in a way that brings color to the lives around you. Or perhaps you find joy in solving problems or in quiet acts of service that no one else notices. Whatever those gifts are, they are not random. I gave them to you intentionally, fitting each piece together so you can reflect my love in a unique way. When you align your gifts with my purpose, something miraculous happens. Your ordinary life becomes an extraordinary testimony. The puzzle pieces of your personality, experiences, and passions join together to form a picture of who I am to the world. You are not meant to bury your gifts or compare them with what others have. Instead, bring them to me. Let me water those seeds, nurture them, and cause them to bloom. I promise you this: if you trust me with the gifts I have placed in you, they will produce abundant fruit that touches and blesses many lives. I want you to feel the weight of that truth. You do not exist merely to survive or to chase the fleeting pursuits that this world tells you to idolize. You are here to bear fruit, fruit that will last for eternity. Your every act of compassion, your every prayer, your every moment of faithful obedience sends ripples through time and eternity. My child, do not grow weary if you cannot see instant results. Seeds planted in faith often take time to flourish. Keep planting, keep watering, and trust me for the harvest. I am the gardener who watches over every seed, ensuring that none of your labor is wasted. Even when the ground looks parched, even when the rains seem delayed, I am still working, preparing something extraordinary to burst forth. This is my promise. Your labor in me is never in vain. Trust me. It sounds simple, but I know that trusting me completely can feel like stepping off a cliff without knowing if there is a safety net. Yet, my child, I have never failed. My plan for you is woven with wisdom and perfect love. While you see only pieces of the puzzle, I see the complete picture. I see the triumphs yet to come, the doors that will open, and the transformations that will unfold. Whenever confusion tries to settle in your heart, remember that I am the author of your story. I have gone before you, and I stand behind you, holding you safe in my hands. Every delay, every detour, and every unexpected twist is under my watchful eye. Nothing catches me by surprise. Even your tears are precious to me. I hold each one as a testament to your journey. You can rest securely in my plan because I am good, and my love for you has no boundary. When you face trials that test your faith, know that these moments are like refining fires. They are not meant to destroy you. They are meant to remove impurities, to strengthen your resolve, and to refine the shine of your character. Hardship, though painful, is never wasted in my kingdom. If you draw near to me in those valleys, you will learn to depend on my strength in a deeper way than you ever would in the easy seasons. Each trial becomes an altar where you can witness my faithfulness and provision. My child, I see your tears. I see your sleepless nights and the burdens you silently carry. I call you to lay these burdens at my feet, to let me be your shield and your fortress. Do not let fear keep you from the comfort of my presence. Fear will try to paralyze you, to keep you from walking into the destiny I have crafted. But perfect love casts out fear, and I am that perfect love. Hold on to me when fear roars its loudest. Call on my name, and I will wrap you in a peace that makes no sense to the world. Sometimes you wonder if the thoughts swirling in your mind, that you are unworthy, that you will never measure up, that you are alone, are true. Let me be clear. They are lies that seek to chain you. But my truth sets you free. It is my truth, not the enemy's lies, that define your identity. You are more than a conqueror through the love I have lavished upon you. You are precious because I have paid the highest price to bring you close to me. You are not alone. You have a family in me. You are part of something bigger, a fellowship of believers across every nation and generation. Even if you feel isolated in a single moment, you are never truly by yourself. I stand by you. My Spirit lives within you, teaching you how to walk in righteousness, joy, and peace. When condemnation tries to weigh you down, remember that through the sacrifice of my Son, you stand blameless before me if your heart is turned toward me. Guilt and shame have no place in a heart that is washed by my mercy. Your mistakes do not define you. My grace does. Lean on my Spirit. The same Spirit that raised my Son from the dead dwells in you. This is not a vague theological statement. It is a living, dynamic reality. My Spirit gives you wisdom to make decisions when confusion sets in. My Spirit gives you comfort when pain feels unbearable. My Spirit gives you the power to break free from destructive habits and the insight to see possibilities where others see only barriers. When you feel that inner nudge, that quiet prompting to speak kindness to a stranger or to pray for a loved one, that is my Spirit at work. When you find the strength to resist temptation, to break free from old patterns, that is my Spirit moving within your heart. You do not have to walk this journey in your own limited might. You have divine backup, a heavenly advantage that you can rely on every day. I am not distant. I am not silent. I dwell in you, and I move through you. Let this awareness fill you with confidence and boldness. Remember the gifts I placed within you. They are not random. They are customized for the purpose I have called you to fulfill. Some are gifts of compassion, some are gifts of leadership, some are gifts of creativity, and some are gifts of faith that can stir the hearts of those around you. These gifts do not exist for your self-glorification. They exist so that you might touch the lives of others and exalt me in all you do. Perhaps you have been burying these gifts, afraid that they are not good enough, or that you will be judged or misunderstood. My child, do not hide what I have given you. Let it flourish. Use it freely, joyfully, and let the results be my responsibility. Trust that I will multiply your efforts. Sometimes a single word spoken at the right moment, through the right gift, can transform a life. Sometimes a simple act of service done in love can speak louder than the grandest speech. Let your gifts breathe and be expressed without fear, because when you do, you reflect my heart and bring glory to me. Continue walking beside me. Do not allow impatience to drive you away from the path I have marked out. There is a tendency in the human heart to want quick results, to crave immediate affirmation. Yet, the most profound transformations often happen slowly, like a seed growing beneath the soil. Do not uproot your seed of faith just because it has not sprouted overnight. Keep believing. Keep watering it with prayer, with acts of obedience, and with trust in my promises. In due time, the growth will be visible to all, and the fruit will be more abundant than you ever imagined. Do not lose heart when you see others around you advancing or receiving blessings you also long for. Their timeline is not your timeline. I tailor each journey to fit the individual perfectly, knowing exactly how to shape and mold each precious soul. I promise you this: no good thing will I withhold from you when you walk uprightly, seeking my kingdom and my righteousness first. Rest in that promise. I want to remind you that you are set apart. Holiness might sound like a distant, daunting concept, but it is very much about living close to me. Being holy means reflecting my nature in your daily decisions and relationships. It means recognizing that you are not here to conform blindly to the patterns of a broken world, but rather to bring a new way of living, shaped by love, grace, and truth. Some might mock you or misunderstand you for living differently. Let them. You do not answer to them. You answer to me. And I am proud of you whenever you stand firm on what is good, pure, and true. Even when you fall short, because you will, I invite you to stand back up, to run into my arms with repentance and humility. I will embrace you. I will forgive you. I will help you learn from the stumble so you can walk taller next time. This is how holiness grows, not through rigid perfection, but through a surrendered heart that yields to my shaping hand. My child, I want you to proclaim my praises, not because I am a distant deity demanding flattery, but because praise completes the circle of love between us. When you recognize the blessings in your life, when you see how I have brought you through dark seasons, your heart should naturally overflow with gratitude. Praise also strengthens you. It shifts your perspective from the giants in front of you to the greatness of your God. It breaks chains. It lifts burdens. It aligns your heart with the reality that I am always good and always in control. Open your mouth and share what I have done for you. Let the testimony of my love be heard. Not everyone will step into a church building to hear about me, but they might encounter me through your story. If you have experienced my comfort in grief, tell someone who is grieving. If you have found peace in anxiety, share it with someone who is anxious. If you have seen my faithfulness in provision, encourage someone who is in need. By proclaiming my praises, you become my witness, extending hope to the hopeless and courage to the fearful. Yes, the enemy will try to discourage you from sharing. He will whisper doubts like, your story is not important, or no one wants to hear you talk about God. But remember, the enemy is the father of lies. Your story, your personal journey with me, has the power to break strongholds in others. It can ignite faith in hearts that have grown cold. Stand firm. Let your voice be heard. I will guide you in how and when to speak. Trust my leading. Even the simplest phrase offered in obedience can echo through someone's life more profoundly than you realize. Do not let fear paralyze you. Fear will try to tell you that taking a step of faith will lead you to failure, that you will lose relationships, that you will be left with nothing. But I did not give you a spirit of fear. I gave you a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. This means you can live boldly, not recklessly, but confidently, because I am your fortress. When the winds of change blow hard, anchor yourself in my words. Speak them out loud. Remind fear that it has no seat at the table of your heart. Invite faith instead. Faith to believe that I will do what I have promised. Faith to believe that even if you fail according to the world's standards in my eyes, stepping out in obedience is never a failure. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move forward in spite of fear, knowing that I walk with you. My hand is never too short to reach you wherever you go. I want you to declare my promises daily. They are not empty statements. They carry my authority and my eternal faithfulness. When I say, I will never leave you, it is an unbreakable covenant. When I say, I have plans to prosper you and not to harm you, I mean exactly that. Remind yourself of these promises when circumstances tempt you to think otherwise. Words have power. When you speak my promises out loud, you align your heart and mind with my truth. And when your heart and mind are aligned with me, you become unstoppable in what I have called you to do. The enemy's lies cannot stand against my truth. Let my promises be the shield that protects your hope. Let them be the sword that cuts through deception and despair. Allow yourself to dream again. Perhaps you have shelved certain dreams, thinking they are impossible or that you are unqualified. Perhaps circumstances led you to bury those hopes. My child, if the dream was born in my heart and placed in yours, it is still alive. I am the God who resurrects what seems dead. Bring those dreams to me. Surrender them and let me breathe new life into them. I will show you the steps, the open doors, and the right moments to move forward. Sometimes I delay dreams to prepare you for them. Sometimes I refine the dream so it aligns with my greater purpose. But I will never mock the sincere desires of a heart that longs to serve and glorify me. Trust that I am a good father who loves to give good gifts to my children. When you look at the world around you, it might seem filled with chaos, darkness, and hopelessness. But understand this: I placed you here in this precise moment in history for a reason. You have a light that can cut through the darkest night. You have a love that can mend the most broken heart. You have a hope that can stand firm in the stormiest sea. Do not hide these treasures. Offer them freely to a hurting world that is desperately searching for answers. Yes, you may encounter resistance. Yes, you may not always be celebrated. But remember that your reward ultimately comes from me. And each time you choose love over hate, forgiveness over bitterness, peace over conflict, you bring a piece of my kingdom to earth. Be aware that the deeper you walk with me, the more the enemy will attempt to distract you. He might use pride to make you forget you depend on my grace. He might use shame to make you hide your face from me. He might use complacency to make you lose your passion. Keep your heart guarded and your eyes fixed on me. I have given you discernment through my Spirit so that you can recognize these tactics. Stand firm in your identity as my beloved. Nothing the enemy says can unmake what I have declared you to be. You are mine, and my hold on you is firm and unshakable. Learn to celebrate small victories. Learn to notice the gentle ways I move in your life. Not every miracle is a loud spectacle. Some miracles are quiet breakthroughs in the secrecy of your heart. Maybe you find courage to speak up when you used to stay silent. Maybe you experience a day without anxiety when you used to carry worries constantly. Maybe you find the strength to forgive someone who hurt you deeply. These are miracles too. They are signs that my grace is actively transforming you from within. Let these small victories feed your faith. As you become faithful with the small, I will entrust you with greater opportunities and blessings. Remember that success in my kingdom is measured differently than success in the world. In my eyes, success is a heart fully surrendered, a life lived in love, and a will aligned with mine. Worship me not just with songs or words, but with the very way you live. Let your life be a living prayer, so that even in mundane tasks, you do them with a heart that honors me. Choose to see me in the sunrise, in the laughter of children, in the compassion you show to a stranger. A life of worship means you recognize that I am in every moment, that I dwell within you, and that everything you do can bring me glory if done in faith and love. In this posture of worship, your heart remains open to my leading. You become more sensitive to the gentle whispers that guide you. You develop a humble confidence that I am orchestrating your steps. Cling to my word. There will be times when opinions swirl around you like a raging storm, trying to shape your beliefs, your values, and your sense of self. My word is your anchor in such times. It is a light to guide you, a sword to defend you, and a comfort to reassure you. When you do not know which way to go, my word can clarify your vision. When you are tired, my word can refresh your soul. When you feel attacked, my word can stand guard. Read it, speak it, let it saturate your thoughts. It is more than ancient text. It is my very breath, alive and active. As you read, you will find stories of people who felt inadequate, afraid, and even rebellious. Yet I use them to change the course of history. Let these stories build your faith, reminding you that I can use anyone who is willing. Sometimes the journey of faith can feel lonely, especially if those around you do not share your convictions. But you are never alone. I am with you, and I have also set you in a community of other believers, even if you have yet to meet them. The fellowship of my children stretches across nations, languages, and generations. Seek them out, encourage one another, learn from each other, share joys and burdens together. This unity is powerful. It is a reflection of my own heart, where love binds everything together in perfect harmony. Where two or more gather in my name, I am present in a special way. Let this bring warmth to your spirit, reminding you that you do not have to fight your battles in isolation. When my people unite in prayer and support, miracles are released. You might feel that your past disqualifies you. You might think your scars are too many, your failures too great. But I specialize in redemption. I take what is broken and make it whole. I take what is stained and make it pure. My Son bore your sin and your shame, nailing it to the cross so that you could walk free. There is no condemnation for you if you stand in that redemption. Let the old pass away and step into the new. I do not look at you and see a hopeless case. I see a beloved child, worthy of healing, growth, and victory. My grace is here to rewrite your story, to give you beauty for ashes and joy for mourning. All I ask is your yes, your willingness to hand over the ruins, trusting that I can build something magnificent out of them. Stand in awe of my creation. Notice the majestic mountains, the gentle waves, the intricate details of a flower. All of them speak of my wisdom, my power, and my glory. Yet, out of all that I have made, you are my crown. I formed you in my own image, breathed life into you, and entrusted you with dominion over the earth. Never doubt your significance in the tapestry of creation. Yes, you are like a grain of sand compared to the vast universe, and yet you matter immensely to me. I see you. I hear your prayers, even when they are just silent tears. I feel your longing to be known, to be loved, to make a difference. and I respond with a love so vast it cannot be measured. Let this truth give you courage. If I, the creator of galaxies, care about the details of your life, then what can stand in the way of my plan? Every moment is holy if you allow me to be part of it. Do not limit your conversations with me to set times or places. Talk to me when you wake up. Share your thoughts with me as you walk or drive. Invite me into your workplace, into your friendships, into your hobbies. I long for a continuous fellowship with you. I want to be your closest companion, the one you trust more than anyone else. Yes, there will be moments for quiet reflection, for deep study, and for corporate worship. But do not forget that I am present in the ordinary and the routine. If you cultivate this awareness of my presence, you will find that every worry becomes an opportunity for prayer, every fear an invitation to faith, and every moment a reason to be grateful. Let us talk about forgiveness. Sometimes you hold on to pain and grudges, believing that this somehow protects you, but resentment binds you to the very hurt you are trying to escape. I call you to forgive, not because the pain was small or the wrongdoing was trivial, but because forgiveness sets you free. It severs the chain that keeps you locked in bitterness. Remember, I forgave you freely before you even recognized your need for forgiveness. Let my grace empower you to release the debt you feel others owe you. This does not mean that you condone the wrong or forget the lesson learned, but it means you refuse to let anger poison your heart. Forgiveness is a powerful testimony that you trust me to be the ultimate judge. It is a way of saying, I choose love, I choose healing, and I choose freedom. My beloved, I will heal the wounds if you open them up to me. The scars may remain, but they will become symbols of my redeeming power, turning your story into a source of comfort for others who have also been wounded. Keep your heart pure. The world might mock purity, labeling it as naive or outdated, but purity is the soil where my blessings flourish. It involves what you watch, what you listen to, what you allow your mind to dwell on, and how you handle your relationships. Do not feed your soul with toxic influences that stir up strife, lust, or cynicism. Guard your ear gates and your eye gates, for what you allow in will eventually take root in your heart. And from the abundance of your heart, your life flows. This is not a call to isolate yourself in fear, but to stand firm in discernment and wisdom. Walk in the world with open eyes, showing compassion to those in darkness, yet remain aware that you carry a treasure within that must not be polluted. I am here to help you in this. Call on my strength to resist temptation. When you feel weak, cling to me. My grace will sustain you. Let your hope be alive, because hope in me is never in vain. Sometimes disappointment can crush your spirit, leading you to protect your heart with a layer of cynicism. You might say, if I do not hope, I will not be hurt. But that is a prison of your own making. Hope is the anchor of your soul. It is the knowledge that I am still working, still writing new chapters, still breathing life into what seems dead. Even if you have faced heartbreak or delay, I'm capable of turning things around in a moment. Or I may choose to bring fulfillment slowly, teaching you faith and endurance along the way. Do not give up on hope. Nurture it like a flame that needs fuel. Feed it with my promises. Fan it with testimonies of what I have done in your past. Surround yourself with others who also believe in my goodness. Hope is contagious. When you speak hope, you spread it to others who need it desperately. Rest is a gift I offer you. Yes, work diligently with the talents I have given you. Fulfill your responsibilities with excellence, but do not fall into the trap of believing that everything depends on your human effort. There is a time to lay your head on the pillow of trust, to cease striving, and to let me take care of what concerns you. Rest is a statement of faith, an acknowledgement that I hold the world in my hands, and you can relinquish control. In rest you discover my refreshment for your soul. Do not neglect it, or you will find yourself weary, vulnerable to stress and temptation. Come to me when you are heavy laden, and I will give you the rest your soul craves. In rest, your spiritual ears become more attuned to my whispers, and your heart becomes fertile ground for new dreams and revelation. My child, I want you to see your life as a journey where every season has value. The wilderness seasons teach you dependence on me. The mountaintop seasons give you vision and celebration. The valley seasons teach you resilience and empathy. There is no wasted chapter if you walk with me through it all. Learn to welcome my presence in every season. Do not rush past the lessons each one brings. Some seasons will prune you, removing the things that hinder your growth. Though pruning can hurt, it is necessary if you want to bear more fruit. Pruning cuts away the unnecessary, the harmful, and the distractions. If you embrace it, you will look back and see how essential it was for your long-term growth. Do not forget the power of kindness. In a world that often prizes competition and self-interest, a single act of kindness can shift the atmosphere. When you see a neighbor in need, help them. When you sense a friend is hurting, reach out. When you encounter someone who has made mistakes, show compassion instead of judgment. These acts of kindness are not mere good deeds. They are reflections of my heart. They testify that love is stronger than hate, that compassion is more powerful than indifference. Do not underestimate how such small gestures can impact a life. You might not see the harvest, but I do. I see how one seed of kindness can grow into a garden of transformation in someone else's heart. Pursue unity with those around you. Within my family, unity is a precious treasure. Division grieves my heart, for it undermines the testimony you can have in this world. Focus on what binds you together, my love, my truth, my call to serve. Minor disagreements will always exist, but do not let them overshadow the greater mission and the love that unites you. Unity does not mean uniformity. It means coming together in your diversity for a greater cause. It is a demonstration to the world that my children can dwell in harmony even when they have different perspectives. This unity becomes a signpost of my kingdom, a living picture that something transcendent unites hearts beyond human logic. Stand firm in integrity, even when no one else sees. True integrity is doing the right thing simply because it pleases me, not because it impresses others. This includes how you handle your finances, your words, your relationships, and the commitments you make. If you have faltered, remember that I am merciful. You can start anew right now. The world needs people of integrity, people who can be trusted, people who represent my character faithfully. Never underestimate the power of a single honest choice, of a single moment of moral courage. These seemingly small choices create a foundation of trustworthiness upon which I can build greater things. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. Let me speak to the secret corners of your heart where hurt might still reside. Perhaps you have faced deep rejection, abandonment, or betrayal. I want you to know that I see every pain. I collect every tear. I am the healer of the brokenhearted. I will gently mend those shattered pieces if you allow me to touch them. Healing is not always instant. Sometimes it is a process, a journey where you learn to trust again, to feel safe again, to open your heart without fear. Let me walk with you on that path. It is not a path you must travel alone. I am the God who heals, who restores, who makes all things new. Do not cling to the wounds. Release them into my hands. I will turn them into a testimony, using them to display my restoring power. That is my specialty, turning scars into stories of grace. Rejoice in the small blessings, the laughter of a child, the warmth of sunlight, the comfort of a friend. These are daily reminders that I am a giver of good gifts. Though big miracles and breakthroughs excite you, do not overlook the daily miracles. Each breath you take is a sign of my sustaining power. By cultivating thankfulness for these small blessings, you keep your heart tender and your spirit open to more of my blessings. Gratefulness is not merely good manners. It is a posture of worship that says, I recognize my life is filled with evidence of your goodness, even in the midst of trials. Let gratitude guard you against discontent, envy, and complaining. It is a powerful spiritual weapon that shifts atmospheres. As you grow, remember to remain humble. Spiritual maturity does not come with arrogance. It comes with a deeper awareness that everything you have is by my grace. Continue learning, continue serving. Resist the temptation to think you have arrived or know it all. Pride subtly creeps in, telling you that your achievements or knowledge place you above others. But in my kingdom, the greatest among you is the one who serves. Embrace a servant's heart, caring for the needs of others, and you will witness the power of humility. It opens doors of influence that pride can never access. Stay hopeful for the future. The world might proclaim doom, but I speak a better word. I am still at work. My plans will not be thwarted by global events, government shifts, or economic downturns. My hand remains steady, and I will accomplish what I have purposed. I desire to partner with you in bringing hope to others. Step out in faith to impact your community. Volunteer, lead, create, innovate, do whatever I have equipped you to do for the sake of blessing others. This collaboration between you and me is part of the intimacy I long for. You as my child, and I as your guide, shaping the world for good together. Now I call you to remember that you are chosen. These words are not mere platitudes. They are a lifeline, an eternal truth that should echo in your soul every day. When condemnation comes, respond by declaring, I am chosen. When anxiety rises, cling to the knowledge that you are not abandoned. I have chosen you to belong to my family. When you face decisions, remember that you are chosen to reflect my heart. Everything changes when you truly believe that you carry my divine fingerprint and my eternal affection. As I speak this over you, let your heart absorb the depth of my love. Visualize me, your heavenly Father, with arms open wide, inviting you into an embrace that covers all your shame, all your fear, all your doubt. In my presence, you can finally exhale. In my presence, you are fully known and deeply loved. No mask is needed, no performance is necessary. You simply are my cherished child. Sit with me a little longer. Let this conversation sink into the soil of your heart. I know that the world will soon roar back into your thoughts. Demands, responsibilities, and distractions will clamor for your attention. But remember, you can revisit this space anytime. My presence is not confined to a moment of quiet reading. It is a living reality you can access through prayer, worship, and the constant mindfulness that I am with you always. Live boldly. You have my permission to dream big, to take risks led by my spirit, to believe for the impossible. Why? Because I specialize in making ways where there appear to be none, in turning deserts into flowing streams, in breathing life into dry bones. When you align yourself with me, the realm of possibilities expands far beyond human logic. Even if you stumble, I will catch you. Even if the road takes unexpected turns, I will guide you back to my perfect will. Keep your eyes open for signs of my hand in your life. They are everywhere, through divine appointments, through answered prayers, through sudden insights and gentle confirmations. My beloved child, I delight in watching you grow. I rejoice every time you take a step closer to discovering the fullness of who I made you to be. The journey will not always be easy, but I never promised a trouble-free life. I promise to be with you in trouble, to deliver you and to fill you with peace that surpasses understanding. This is your inheritance as one who is chosen by me. Lean into me every day. Listen for my voice. Cherish my words in your heart. And let your life be a reflection of my glory, shining brightly in this world that desperately needs hope and love. Now I will say it one more time. You are chosen, loved, and called according to my divine design. Let these truths be a banner over your life, guiding your steps and reassuring your heart. As you conclude this moment, do not let this be just another message you scroll past and forget. Let it mark a turning point, a milestone in your walk of faith. Carry it with you as you face each new day, each new challenge, and each new opportunity to shine. My child, you are mine. I cherish you with a love that never fails. I am with you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. Believe this, rest in it, and let it transform your life from the inside out. I speak blessings over you, blessings of peace, of courage, of wisdom, and of unshakable joy. Your story is far from over. In fact, it has only just begun. Now go forward, knowing that you are chosen, and let that truth guide you every step of the way. I am your Heavenly Father, and I hold you in the palm of my hand. Trust me, my beloved, and watch as I fulfill every good promise I have spoken over your life. Amen.